Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Adrielle, and I am currently narrating a story of my life dating back from January 2016. In the previous episode, I talked about the month of August, how I moved into my apartment, the apartment that God basically revealed to me that He wanted me to be at. I moved in, and God miraculously made this credit balance or created this credit balance on my resident account, and that paid for my rent in the month of September. So, in this episode, I am going to talk about the month of September. And yeah, so it's the month of September. I'm like super happy that I got my own place. I'm not in anybody's, space. No one can, do whatever to me. I remember just being just excited having my own apartment again. Now, I do remember around this time, actually, ending of August, I do remember inquiring to God about Esther. So, a little backstory, y'all. When I went through my situation with Dina and Crystal, I low key became paranoid with women, especially like women friendships. So once I started to notice that a person was acting weird, I'm thinking something is going on. Like in Dina's case, she was into some demonic stuff. Crystal, she just, I felt like Crystal was disrespectful or whatever. Anytime I got into like a woman friendship and the girl started tweaking, I'm like, something's off. I don't know. And that was really because of the whole Dina and Crystal situation. So when Esther was a mean girl, when I was living with her and just acting weird, having an attitude out of nowhere, I remember inquiring to God about Esther. I'm like, God, is Esther truly my friend? Is she legit? Does she got anything demonic going on? Because yeah, I couldn't understand it. I'm like, Lord, because I don't want to be friends with anyone who has anything demonic going on. I don't want a Adina 2.0. I do not want a Crystal situation going on again. Like, I'm thinking, what is happening? Should I continue to be friends with Esther? So I'm asking God this. I don't get an answer. And I thank God I didn't get an answer. But as time was going by, I'm thinking, you know what? She did tell me she was going through something when I moved in with her. So maybe that situation really got the best of her. But then again, she was never mean to her roommate. But I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just give her the benefit of the doubt, right? She was really going through something, and I just moved into her apartment just out of the blue. So maybe this is just a one-off situation. It's the beginning of September, and I said, you know what? I'm so thankful to God that He moved me into a new apartment. I'm gonna fast. I fasted from September 1st up until September 7th. I remember during the fast, I'm reading the book of Genesis, but mainly like the story of Joseph, right? And I remember coming across the scripture. It's Genesis 41, verse 51. It says, Joseph named his older son Manasseh, for he said, God has made me forget all my troubles and everyone in my father's family. So I remember just dwelling on that scripture and thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I believe Brandon is going to be my Manasseh. Like my marriage to him is gonna make me to forget the sorrows of the wilderness, the sorrows of everything I've gone through. So I remember just thanking God for that, and I just believe that that was what God was going to do in my life. I remember one Sunday having service and just now service online, but just listen to praise and worship. And I remember just like, man, this admiration for Brandon, like, I don't even know where it's coming from. Like, I just, I'm just having this admiration. I'm just having this admiration. And I hear the Lord say, you didn't thank me. And then that was when I knew, like, oh, this admiration, this feelings of love, and this, I care about him. Like, I just care about him. It was from God. And I'm like, oh my goodness, God, I'm so sorry that I didn't thank you. Thank you for doing the work in me. And that was something I had to remember even after that point, that the love that God was putting in me, the love that I was executing for Brandon, because love is kind, love is patient, love, keeps no record of wrong. Love doesn't love evil. It hates evil. It loves justice. Um, I had to remember that that was the work that God was doing in me. The reason why I was able to execute love is because of God, because God was doing the work in me to love. So I remember just thanking God, like, God, thank you. Thank you. I didn't even think about you. I got so caught up with oh my goodness, my husband, we're going to get married. We're going to meet. He's 4 minutes away. So I'm like, God, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I won't even lie, during that fast, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't see his Instagram. He started posting a little bit more, like with the workouts. I'm like, I can't see him. Like, I can take it just a couple more days. I was like, oh, I just want to see his Instagram. I just want to see it. But yeah, that was what happened during that fast. September 10. September 10, I remember just being at home and I get a text from Ruby. She's like, hey, I don't know if you know about the $1,800 lost wages. Yeah, like the president signed an executive order about it. And I think she screenshot an article or she sent me a link to an article. And I'm like, yay, more money in my pocket. Because at that point, they had stopped the $600 every week. So I'm like, okay, $1,800 lost wages. I qualify for that. I'm getting that. And I think it was in two lump sum payments. Yeah. So 900, 900. After taxes, I got like seven something or whatever. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, God is still making a way for me. God is still coming through. I'm super thankful and grateful. I'm like, what? It's just a matter of time where eventually all this PUA stuff is going to dry out and God would have already had me at London, and yeah, I'm out. Like this wilderness will be done. So yeah, that was a lot of stuff that happened in the month of September. I got my Wi-Fi set up, get my apartment together for it to be an actual home. Um, yeah, and then what else happened? Brandon, like I said, this love, this admiration, these feelings of love is like growing and growing inside of me. But I noticed as it's growing, he's still becoming distant from social media. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. September 30th came. I helped Ruth move out. Still haven't heard from London or anything new. I didn't do the coding assessment, so I definitely didn't get that job. But yeah, I'm still believing in God, still believing good things are gonna come, and He has everything in order. He is going to bring everything together. So that was what happened in the month of September. Next episode, I'm going to talk about the month of October, and that's when things start to get interesting. If you like and don't like this story, please like, comment, subscribe, share, click the notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a new episode. And until then, bye.